Andreas Gaul, can you please just tell us a little bit about the organisation you're representing here today?
I'm coming from the Austrian Water and Waste Association, and we are more or less like the EWA in Austria. So we are an association representing the university, the government as well as practitioners, and we try to bring everybody together, building up courses, bringing up knowledge, and as well doing standards and regulations for the Austrian water and waste sector.
And of the themes discussed at today's conference, which struck you the most? Which do you consider to have been the most relevant and the most important?
I think, the general issue of the flood directive is becoming a very important issue for Austria and for the whole of Europe in the future. So the main topic was in general already quite interesting, and it was interesting to see as well that more or less the problems and the problems all over Europe are pretty much the same, and only the approaches how to solve those problems are sometimes a little bit different.
Can you give us maybe an example of how the Floods Directive and its, let's say, its implementation will affect the work that you do and the information that you try and spread at the national level?
Yeah, we have to first wait until what really will come out and what will be transported into the legal situation. Luckily, Austria, I would say, has already done a lot of work in the past, because flood protection is quite important for us already. Since some time we had a horrible flood in 2002 where we already learned a lot and more or less had the catchment situation already implemented and already understood quite some time ago that a river needs a lot more space.
One of the key purposes of this type of forum, this type of conference, is to precisely exchange best practices and to share information. What examples of things you have done well in Austria do you think you could share with your European partners?
Yeah, I think as well as like Mr. Hornig already said, some approaches. I think one of and as well it comes pretty much out of this conference, that one of the most important approaches for everybody more or less is to build up awareness and to talk as early as possible to everybody who is involved in the process. And people are frightened of floods, and to take down all those frightenings and just build up a very early communication process.
Okay. Andreas Gaul, thank you very much.
Thank you.